we get asked often what bat has the biggest barrel, and I think for obvious reasons, it would. You could guess that if you have a bigger barrel, you have a better chance to have a bigger sweet spot, which means you have a better chance to hit the ball better. I think that's roughly true. Although I think swing weight, I think feel, I think sting dampening all play a big role in what bat is actually the best for a player, as well as overall length and grip feel and all those fun things, and also the speed at which it tapers. Those things play an important part, but it's a fair question to say what bat has the biggest barrel. So we ended up taking every 31-inch senior league 2 5/8 bat that we have. And there's a couple brands we don't have in here just because I don't have the 31-inch. So I thought it'd be an unfair comparison. Like, for example, you'll notice the Eastons are not in here. But we can talk about those in another video in a different size. But these are 31-inch bats, all 2 5/8 diameter. I took these cool little things that Combat made because it turns out on the far right, they're the largest bat by way of bat that gets to the full 2 5/8 the fastest. And when you put those rings on there, it simply goes down a certain distance, and the one that goes down faster or further is the one that has a smaller barrel, or at least I should say gets to that 2 5/8 diameter the latest. Now the taper, this isn't a commentary necessarily on the taper, but it is commentary on what gets there first. Now remember, these are all high performance bats, so to come in, what is that, at 8th place or 7th place isn't a bad place to be, especially when you have other things going for you. But by way of who reaches the maximum taper out of these 4, 8, 9 bats, how many are there? 9 bats, the 715 Select, this is the 2016 version, gets there, well, at that point, followed very closely by the 916, and then the Voodoo Raw, and then the NVS Vexum from 2015. I find that wildly interesting, that the NVS Vexum is actually gets there faster than the Voodoo Raw, the Voodoo Raw being sort of the higher performance bat, whereas the NVS is more kind of the budget option of the two-piece hybrid. Then you have the 2016 Velo, which is actually a two-piece composite bat. Then a single-piece composite, the Marucci Hex, another single-piece composite in the Dirty South bat, and then the two-piece DeMarini CF8 from 2016. And then, of course, you have the Combat Maxim. You can see the Combat Maxim, of course, winning the day with barrel size. Then the CF8, then the Dirty South War bat, which is that single-piece composite based out of Atlanta, and then the Marucci Hex. That's a 2015. Anyways, fun to look at. And here's the biggest barrel bat in the Combat, the Velo, which is the middle bat of the 9, and then you have the 715, which is actually the smallest barrel bat. But again, all 2 5/8, but clearly the taper and the way that it gets to that is a lot different, simply just depending on the make and model that you got. There you go. Those are the biggest barrel bats by order.